Hey, welcome into the NWGA football 6 1A region um, prediction slash whatever show we got going on here. Having a little technical difficulties, man, so bear with us. This Wi-Fi keeps jumping in and out on this hot, humid day. Sweating like crazy, man. I'm sitting right by the air conditioner. I'm getting too old. Benton, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man? It's good to be back. Talk some more football. We actually have, you know, another one. We've created another small division league. This time a lot from the 7AA. I switched over to the 6AA and added some teams from like the Heard County and Harrelson and all those. So, uh, single A, excuse me. But ready to talk some football.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, we got six of the seven teams in this region made the playoffs last year. Even Haralson County, who's the seventh place predicted team, was a game away from the playoffs last season. So a lot of competition for sure.
Yeah, the new region 6A. We'll talk about all the schools here. You got Freeman, Darlington, and before mentioned Haralson County coming in here, and then you got a Heard County, and to round it out with Model, Pepperell, and Temple. So it's going to create some different matchups. Some of these teams have seen each other before, maybe even recently, but now it's going to be for the region.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm having some technical difficulties here, so I'm gonna let Ben do most of the talking tonight. I'm gonna sit and listen. I'll throw in some comments every once in a while, but we will go with our number seven place predicted team, Haralson County Rebels.
Yeah, Harrison County. I mean, Calpreps actually has number six rated team, and then I guess our composite brings them down to seven. I really don't know a lot about players returning from Haralson County. So if you're from Haralson, jump on here and let us know what you think. I do know one thing though. I do know that they're going to have the attitude and the preparedness that a grade A coach like Scott Peavy would set them up with. So I'm excited to see them try to prove us wrong here as far as the prediction of being number seven in the region.
Field taking over this year. I know one thing about Haralson County, man. They always have a big offensive lineman, ground and pound. I'm curious to see if they're going to keep with tough kids, great support. I think they'll be right there in the mix. We had a tie for fifth place, fifth and sixth, tie between Pepperell and Heard County. You want to talk about Heard County?
Yeah, I heard one of those new to our area uh, as far as in one of the local regions. Heard's got a sophomore quarterback returning that threw for over 1,200 yards last year, and also have a couple running backs. One of their main running backs, Antonio Heath, he was over 500 yards last year. Also have another guy, the Tisdale, that was over 425 yards last year. They're going to be athletic. They're going to be tough. They did lose a good bit. They lost LJ Green, which is a big time player for them, receiver. But I think they'll fit right into this region somewhere in the middle about where we have them at. Yeah, see, I didn't even know that. So many schools that we follow. Lawrence, I believe you named the new guy there, but I don't think we called it. I think you got cut off.
Crutchfield, yeah, Crutchfield is the new head coach there.
Why is that? That sounds so familiar. Where's he from?
I think he's from South Georgia somewhere, maybe.
Okay.
Um,
Uh,
Purple Dragons.
yeah, a team that we're a little more familiar with because we've seen them a lot. Go ahead. You want to talk about Pepperell?
Man, I really like Pepperell. You know, when we did our rankings, I had Pepperell at number two. Man, they bring back a ton of guys on offense. Sam Ross, 1,600 yards last year. Tyler Rogers, 1,200 yards in the backfield. Um, they lost a lot of their receivers, but I mean, I think Sam here in 6A.
Yeah, it's funny because Cal Preps has Pepperell as the number 7 team coming in, and I just don't see that. I like what I've seen. Obviously from the Rogers kid, like you said, Sam Ross. Questions about maybe the defensive side of the ball. I think I've heard. We'll see how that goes, but I don't think fifth, sixth, or seventh is going to make any of those people, especially the players and coaches there, very happy. So we're probably putting some bulletin board material out there for them here, which is fine. Um, you know, prove us wrong. That's what we always say, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, our fourth place predicted team, Model Blue Devils. I know they lost a lot of seniors off last year's squad, um, but you know they do a great job out there on the defensive side of the ball. I have no doubt they'll do the same this season.
Yeah, it just seems like Model's always playing in that low scoring, scrappy game, and you can expect their defense to show up, and you don't look at the rest of these teams and say they're going to score 60 points a game. I think Model's going to be able to hang around, and I'm not sure who their skill players are going to be. We got a lot of teams that we're trying to figure out who's going to do this or do that. Eric's got Model at 5-5, so that'd put them about in the middle. So that's where we have them ranked. So keep in mind, no longer the top four. It'll be power rankings, so there could be a couple teams, there could be 6 teams. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how the power rankings go.
Yeah. Our number three predicted team, Temple Tigers. Coach Nix and the Tigers. Talent coming on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, they bring back a lot of talent off of a team that in the first of the year I thought was going to just you know boom even more than what they did. I think they uh, struggled a little bit down the road, but I think they're going to improve from that another year under the offense under the tutelage. I think that that system you don't see it a whole lot anymore. A lot of people are spread out now, and that particular system there can give issues, especially with the athletes they have. You talk about CJ Gray and the other guys out out wide. They got some D1 guys that can move. So I think it'll be very interesting. I'm not sure how much of the line of scrimmage they bring back, but I'd give them a fair shot at making the playoffs for sure.
Number two predicted team, Darlington Tigers.
Yeah, Darlington's one of those teams. We went a long time this offseason without hearing a whole lot about, and then I hear something about uh, what was it we talked about? A person that had transferred, maybe the quarterback
Yeah.
that had started.
But yeah, they had the quarterback that went to Rockmart, and then they had Sam Wooten, who's a big time linebacker, tight end prospect, go to Pepperell.
Yeah, I mean, for whatever reason, obviously, who knows what was going on with those two situations, but Darlington has normally found somebody to step in there. In the second half of the year, I believe they had another quarterback that stepped in that played well. Yeah, is the I'm going to butcher the guy's name, Kachesney or whatever? Is he still there? the quarterback that had
Yeah,
his
yeah,
his dad was a coach.
he's the son of the Berry head coach.
So he'll probably be
Yeah,
their
he was
quarterback. And you
actually
got Miles. Give you a second to unfreeze. I know you
terrible,
have
man,
Miles.
terrible. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get
You'll get it straightened out. I know Miles Twyman will be in the backfield, and he's got that big playability. And they always have somebody coming up from the ranks too, be ready to step in. So you know, second place, pretty confident as far as everybody voting. So we'll see if some of those other teams can knock Darlington off the higher ranks. Eric's got Darlington going 7-3. Good season.
see if I can sneak in here right quick, man. Give our consensus number one team, number one across the board, Bremen Blue Devils.
Yeah, Bremen's got a good bit coming back. Bremen's one of those teams about 2 years ago we started talking about, and we felt like they may be a couple years away, but they actually produced uh, fairly well even 2 years ago. And then last year they had a good season, and they're just building on that. It went 9-3 last year, and that was in the six AAA. So now we're moving them all the way back down to single A, which basically is similar competition um, around this area. But I think you look for Bremen to be one of those pretty high seeds, maybe even hosting in the playoffs. What say
Yeah,
you?
absolutely, man. I totally agree with everything you said there about Bremen. Yeah, Trent McPherson, man, one of my favorite bats. Justin Faulkner is going to have a huge year out at wide receiver for Bremen. Man, I hate this internet is acting up on me because I got so much to say about the Bremen Blue Devils. But man, we'll try to get all these issues worked out. We'll get back on here.
Yeah, man, we'll get these things ironed out, and we'll get on here and we'll talk more. I know we've had a lot of requests for the six AAA show. That'll be coming soon. Um, I keep seeing that they're watching for the six AAA show. They're asking for it. Six AAA. When's it coming? He's got the eyeballs on it. Yeah, like we said, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We'll get Lawrence figured out there, and we'll get back on here and talk some more football. Don't
Yeah,
forget,
we'll get squared away.
don't forget, um, during the season, we'll have a Friday night scoreboard, which normally starts around 11 o'clock. We have a thing this year. If you go ahead and tag us at Northwest Georgia Football on your highlights each week, our intro will have three different highlights, and we'll put you in our intro. Let your run or catch or fumble recovery or whatever, sack, um, big block. We'll give the linemen and the defensive guys a chance to get in there too. We'll put you live in our intro. So I guess that's going to be it for us. Sorry for the short show. We'll talk more about all these teams coming up, I'm sure, but that's how